All right, everybody, and welcome in to the Monster Energy NASCAR Racing League. My name is James Riles on my own here today, but we got a really good one here for you at Martinsville Raceway. Going to go ahead and show you the info of what we've got going on. So we watch Zachary Mertez get down here and qualify. Overall, we're doing the full configuration of Martinsville. The paperclip, 0.49 miles. Here with 67-degree temperature, not too bad. 65 overall, so pretty cool evening here. A little bit cloudy as well, but it's going to be a really good one. We got Dylan Herbertson now on the top of the leaderboard, currently with Zach Mertez in third. Bill English is there in third. Curtis Ecker in fourth, and Chris Isaacs right there, as you guys can see. So far, so good here at the Monster Energy NASCAR Racing League. If first things first, go ahead and be sure to like that stream. Also be in the chat telling me who you're watching, who you want to see more of. That's definitely something we like to do, is give those guys a little bit of a shout out and some more, as Ryan Douglas is going to be taking his laps around the racetrack. An eye on him. Second here. There we go. Now back to the regularly scheduled programming here, as it's going to be a short field here right now. So short field coming up, but that is good here at Martinsville. Looking like 150 laps. There is going to be one stage break. So big points day for the guys and gals here tonight, as we only have 15 more seconds of qualifying at the Martinsville paperclip. Looks like Ryan Douglas is going to be able to get in there. Did not improve his time, however, so it's still what we're looking at is a 22.24. But it does look like Dylan Herbertson is going to be your pole sitter. Dylan, how you feeling about the race?
Dude, I don't know. I really don't know, man. We've been coming into these races like every week feeling good, and then we don't finish there. So I'm just hoping it goes the other direction today.
Well, I mean, you're looking at least a top 10, so there is some light at the end of the tunnel there. As far as the pole, like, how important is it to be up in front of everybody at the beginning of this race?
It's important. I trust Zach behind me. I know Zach's talents very well. I don't really worry there. I just hope I don't get dive bombed. And honestly, between you and I hope this race doesn't end under with the caution coming in like the last 10 laps and I'm leading or something, because like that's how I've lost all my races the last like, I don't know, every single week up to this point probably. Like I think there may have been like 1 or 2 races in there where I wasn't leading the last 5 laps and a caution came out and ruined it for me. So, but we're in the points lead. I'm just here to try to keep that. So hopefully we can keep that. I'm not too worried about it, and hopefully get a win. That would be nice. It'd be weird to get it at Martinsville of all places because I am terrible here. But
Well, definitely. Well, the odds are in your favor, sir. Good luck. Hopefully, we'll talk to you at the end of this thing.
yeah, I appreciate it, man. Thanks. Hopefully we will.
All right, so that was Dylan Herberton, your pole sitter. As of right this second, we'll go ahead and run through the grid since everybody's already in here. Dylan Herberton in that Advanced Auto Parts number 36. Bill English in the 52 machine. Zachary Mertez in the 02 4-mile drive machine. Have to see what that's about later on. Curtis Ecker there in the 19. In the 11 machine, Ryan Douglas and Chris Isaacs on his outside for row 3. Row number 4 is going to be Jeremy Robbins, all on his own with the Southern Broadcast Racing Network paint. And real good there. And here we go. That NASCAR Mustang paint, that NASCAR pole, geez Louise, I'm going to wake up here, folks, eventually. That Mustang pace car going to lease around for one lap here, and then we are going to get rolling with the Monster Energy NASCAR Racing League as everybody gets their tires warmed up. Pace lights are off on that Ford Mustang, and we are ready to get rocking here. Hold on to your seats, folks, because it's going to be a blast. As that pace car is going to bring them around one more time, it seems like, here at Martinsville. Unless he's going to run with them. As I'm just getting word that 36 has a penalty. He's going to go to the end of the line there. We'll do some more research and find out what's going on with that. But they are going to get it going here. Zachary Mertez now going to be leading us around. He is in the 02 machine. Bill English on the outside. The inside line is the preferred line here at Martinsville. Everybody else jockeying for position, trying to get those tires warmed up and getting rolling. It looks like Dylan is already making headway. He's above the 21 of Jeremy Robbins, as he's going to try and use that to his advantage. Side by side with the 3 of Chris Robbins, but Mertez is already gone. We saw his qualifying effort, and the first lap just warming up the tires, and then that worked out for him. Bill English going to be trying to keep up Curtis Ecker there in third. Herberton already up to 3, got past. I'm sorry, already up to 5th. He just got past Chris Isaacs there. And this is about what we're going to be seeing here at Martinsville. 22nd laps, 150 lap count. And Mertez is kind of liking the way that he is getting going here. The Big Ten Racing says, I'm sorry I'm not there. Hate for the 22 team, go 19. Intentional wrecking after the checkered last week. That is true. Then Southern Broadcast Racing next year says, let's get it, 11 and 21. So Curtis Ecker just put down the fastest lap of the race with a 19.65. I'm sorry. Everybody else just trying to keep up. Some personal bests being made throughout. And Zachary just takes it over with a 19.58. There you go, folks. Not too much shaking up happening. We are going to see a little bit of disparity here as Dylan Herberton tries to get to the inside of Curtis Ecker for third place. He's going to make it. Got to clear up on that top if you want something to happen, and that's what we're seeing. But Ryan Douglas is getting his machine underneath him, and Zachary Mertez is just getting faster and faster. 19.4 just then. That's what he's going to need to get out in front. He's got a 2-second gap on Bill English, and Dylan Herberton's probably kicking himself for that one last week. So he's going to have to come through the field here. About 4-second gap between him and the leader and non-optimal lap times. Curtis Ecker now has Ryan Douglas on his rear end trying to get around here at Martinsville. Martinsville, one of those unique tracks. It's this paperclip size where you've really got to keep an eye on how you handle your tires. As you can see here, everybody getting around. How you're going to handle your tires, you got to deal with just the straightaways being what they are, but that's the really good thing about a place like Martinsville is you can really get in a groove. They're the same turns on both sides. Really symmetrical track here. It's a lot easier to get in there and just kind of turn your laps, get your RPMs where you want them, and get rolling here. As now Zachary Murray is still out to a 3.5 second gap over Bill English. Dylan Herbert's in there trying to make headway. He just put down his fastest lap of the race, 19.64. So he's trying to speed up there with these tires warmed up. Coming to lap 12 of 150. Curtis Ecker and Chris Isaacs trying to battle it out. That's going to open the door. I'm not sure what was going on with Ecker there, but he is falling back. Ryan Douglas making a position. Chris Isaacs making a position. Ecker just trying to hold on. Do appreciate all the fans in the stands right now. 8 concurrent viewers coming to watch your favorite driver. Let me know who you got. We do have some other racing action going on SRM. Don't turn over right now, but at the end of things, you can head on over and see what we got. I think we got an All-American Racing League going right now. Western States Racing League is going to be going on tonight. Later on with the nightcap there at 9 p.m. It's definitely worth a shot. So 15 laps in of 150. You got those brakes glowing. Look at the brake bias on Chris Isaacs' machine. You can see it going through here. Wild brake bias on the rear end there for Chris Isaacs. Says, oh, that's what happens. Gets turned around. He's into the wall. Hopefully everybody can get by him. Caution is out here. Lap 16 of 150. As Chris Isaacs self-spins there. That rear brake bias, you saw it. See that, Brett? Those brakes just heavy on the rear bias. And then when he went to apply them, it just smoked and turned him around. We've all been there. Luckily, Ecker and Robbins not involved. We're going to go back live here at Martinsville. Chris able to get that going. So who that's good for, Zachary Mertz is actually going to come down pit road. He was leading by a ton of time. So let me do some research on the rules here. Figure out what they got going on as far as tires and everything is concerned. Not looking like I'm seeing. Well, let's go ahead and ask the man that would know. Curtis? So far, so good. Up to second after everyone does their pit cycles. Tell us, what are we looking at for tire sets, and what are we looking for as far as damage repair?
We have one fast repair, and this race in particular, we have 5 sets. Usually we either have 4 or 5 sets of tires, but we definitely shouldn't need all 5 sets here.
Definitely will. That seems like you're going to be up front on the restart. Good luck, and hopefully we'll talk to you at the end of the race, sir.
I hope.
Sending you back to Silly Goose.
All right, thank you.
All right, so there you go, folks. 5 sets of tires. That might be why all these folks decided to come in. They are going to have a stage break as well. Look through here. Stage break is going to be at 40 laps. So hoping to get some stage points. Not a bad move to kind of stay out there. Especially with the way that this league has the drivers out right now. There's going to be a definite points advantage to come down pit road right now, or to stay out and get as many stage points as you can. Guaranteed stage points to 5th. So Curtis Ecker now in the lead. Zachary Mertz is going to be on his outside. See how the start goes. There it is. Curtis Ecker gets them rolling. And we are moving here, folks. Herberton in 3rd. Ryan Douglas in the inside. Curtis Ecker trying to hold off the 0-2 of Zachary A. Mertz. As there we go. Unable to make it work. He's got to get to that inside. Now Dylan Herberton trying to get his nose in there and stall the progress of the 0-2. Little bit of entry into there. He's going to give him the old bump and let him know he's there. Taking back his position. Looked like everybody took tires there. 15 seconds in the pits. Interesting strategy. They've got 5 sets. So at least every 30 laps, that's when you would come in normally. I don't know if they just used a lot of tire there or if they were on something that Dylan wasn't. But here comes the 0-2, locks him up. Now when the pressure is on, the 0-2's got to work on it. Chris Isaac's going to come down pit road. Zachary Mertz, Dylan Herberton, Curtis Ecker, your top 5. Chad, tell me what you love about Darlington. We're not there right now. We're at Martinsville. But there you go. Oh, Curtis Ecker oversends it into the turn. That's going to slow him down and get Dylan Herberton the lead. Then comes the 0-2. Zachary Mertz gets around, but maybe the crossover coming. No crossover coming here for Ecker. He's going to let him go. Then in the back, Bill English and Ryan Douglas. Ryan locks him up. It's one of those tracks, folks, where you really got to keep an eye on where you are as far as where your entries are, where you're trying to get those turns done. As we see from turn here. Zachary Mertz now it's got Curtis Ecker on his rear end trying to make something happen. Coming into lap 30 of 150. No, Ecker wants to see something happen. Started in 4th. Ended up falling back quite a ways. Unable to get this next-gen car slowed down enough. Martinsville's such a hard track to mess with because it's flat, but it's got these huge straightaways, almost quarter-mile straightaways, that you're going to have to slow this car down as much as possible to make this turn and then instantly get back on the gas as caution is out. Looks like Ryan Douglas got turned around. Here we go. Here you go, self-spin on the 11. And that's what I was just talking about. When you get on that gas, it's hard to keep this thing pointed in the right direction. Luckily, nobody hurt. Irvington back up front where he started after the penalty. So nobody hurt there. Folks, we're going to go ahead and run to the commercial. Stick around.
There's a new approach to lawn care. Preen
drivers that took time, all of them within 3.5 tenths of each other tonight is going to be a very closely competitive race.
As the field works its way out of the 3-4 complex, the only thing that's left to say is wipe the visor, adjust the 5-point safety harness, because race fans, it's showtime!
Amazing looking cars already. Green flag will fly.
Oh, they're wrecking! Well, one thing that you're going to see at this track that we haven't seen the last few weeks is a surface that's multi-group. I think this is the first multi-group surface we're going to have.
After an amazing race at Daytona, we now come to the left coast and Auto Club Speedway in Fontana, California for the second round of the Way She Goes Racing League Cup Series.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, got the one to go here. Everybody going to work in their tires as we are looking at a stage break on lap 40. So a 3-lap sprint to the finish here to get us where we need to be there. Pace car is off. It's going to be on Dylan Herberton when he gets the button. There he goes. Gets going in the Geico restart zone, and we are working, folks. Curtis Ecker on the inside. Huge. I don't think Zachary expected him to be there. That's going to slow him up heavy. Bill English, Ryan Douglas, and Jeremy Robbins back in the back trying to make something happen there. But Ecker and Mertez now 2 and 3. There goes around 19. Yellow flag is out. Luckily, everybody avoids it. Jeremy Robbins somehow got by that. Somehow gets by that. As he's trying to race for position, he can barely see that these guys are... Whew. Look here at what actually happened. I think the 19 sure there. Take a look. See what you think. Whoops. Broke the fourth law. So here's Mertez in the 19. The 02. And it looks like the wiggle got the 19 a little, he's loose right there. And then the 02, possibly some net code. 19 might have been spun around. Either way, nobody collected, so it actually did. It's not going to affect the race in any way, shape, or form. The way EOLs work here is if somebody else is affected, that is where you will get penalized. So no penalization needed there because no one was affected. In fact, Curtis Ecker, the one involved in the spin, got turned around. He's in 19th, but it does not look like Zachary Mertez got into the 19. Long story short. Everybody, appreciate the heck out of you joining with me right now. Make sure that you hit that like button, get these drivers out in front of some more people. Speaking of, check out Admin Box. You can hit them up. Use code MENRL for some bonus points there, but they will take some monies off your order. MENRL-BOXX for $19 off at checkout, whereas you can also go to WEnergy.com, use MENRL at checkout to receive 10% off. So some bonus action there from Monster Energy NASCAR Racing League. Gonna get you out there and you get some goodness in your life. Irvington has a restart. Zachary Mertez on the outside. Bill English on inside row number 2. Jeremy Robbins has been coming up. He's up 4 positions so far on the restart. Battling here, Hervton Mertez. I feel like I'm going to say that name a lot over the course of the next hour or so. 44 laps of 150 down. Bill English. Working his way in. In the rear end of this thing, Ecker, Douglas, and Robbins. Oh, and around goes the 11 of Ryan Douglas, but he does save it. So very good save by there by Ryan Douglas. This coke's for you. Mertez, Hervton. Still battling. English trying to make his way up there. As Mertez gets in the wall. That's going to give English the opportunity to get up there a little bit. So far, so good, but looks like Mertez got around in the back. Let's take a look. That is a collection, so the O2 is going to get an EOL. He's going to have to work through this thing. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Zachary Mertez head to the back. Bill Hervton going to be starting outside or inside of Bill English. We're going to step away real quick. Stick around. Alrighty, folks, we are back. Chris Isaacs brings around on the number 3 machine, staying outside of, in fact, actually making the outside run work. Curtis Ecker there, Herberton and Ryan Douglas in 3rd position. Bill English and Jeremy Robbins rounding it out. Jeremy going to get into the wall. Up front, Chris Isaacs going to get his first lap lead of the day. Herberton tries to make something work on the inside. Almost gets into Curtis Ecker as Bill English is slowing down heavily. Three makes it, it's wide. Curtis Ecker and Dylan Herberton now battling for 1 and 2. Not much has changed up there. Zachary Mertez making his way back up from the rear. Ryan Douglas on the inside wall. Oh, why did we throw the caution for that? So here we are still. Bill English, Ryan Douglas assigned to come down pit road, get that damage fixed. Herberton is up front. Of course, the Monster Energy NASCAR Racing League. To you by Admin Box. Head up MENRL-BOXX at adminbox.com to get one of your admins box. Help them out, like Zachary Margison, who's watching or who is adminning this race. We appreciate the heck out of him for doing that. Buy him an admin box. Help him get to those buttons just as quick as he just did. That's what we need. But also W Energy Drink if you need some energy to keep you up late on those racing nights. Hit up W Energy. Again, folks, making another push for those likes. That's not for me. I don't make any money off of likes. What that does for these drivers is it tells the YouTube algorithm that people are liking what they're seeing, and they can go ahead and recommend it to more people. 40% of our views come from recommended viewers, so all those likes do help out your drivers and the sponsors here, such as Admin Box and W. Herberton, Ecker, Mertz 1, 2, 3. Chris Isaacs in 4th, Jeremy Robbins in 5th, Bill English in 6th, Ryan Douglas in 7th. We are on lap 63 of 150. Guys, let me know where you're watching from. anything in the chat. Let me know where you're watching from, who you think is going to win this thing, who you're watching for, blah, blah, blah. Trying to give everybody some more screen time. Right now, the 11 and the 21, Jeremy Robbins, Ryan Douglas are the only ones that have been shot out. Oh, as well as the 19. Curtis Ecker has been shut out. Here we go. Dylan Herberton going to bring him around with Curtis Ecker on the outside as we got a restart coming up here on the, let me check. I'm not going to know here. Here we go. Green flag is out. Herberton gets it rolling. Ecker on the outside, but Zachary Mertez is going to get his nose in there with the advantage of starting on that inside line. Ecker able to hop down. Midway here, Bill English and Jeremy Robbins now. Oh, Bill English hold her down there as the 21 of Jeremy Robbins gets kind of brake checked up into the top, but luckily nobody hurt. Up front, Mertez working on Herberton. We've seen this one before. Got a lot of racing left here, but you never know. Maybe there's some weather coming in. They're going to call this thing. But I don't believe so. It is looking really nice here. Nice weather at Martinsville Speedway right now. As Jeremy Robbins gets into the wall. Herberton and Mertez. Now Curtis Ecker trying to throw his name in the hat, Bill English. We saw Chris Isaacs that had some speed as well. On board with Zach. He's trying to chase down the number 36 Ford machine. Oh, gets a little sideways. That's going to slow him up. Around goes Ecker, and into the inside is Bill English. But he's going to stop the bleeding there. Applied tourniquet on lap 69. Nice. Curtis Ecker there in the 19, Bill English. And then that is a good for Dylan Herberton. He wants that to happen. Get these guys in, get them as messy as possible so he can step out. Oh, as now Curtis Ecker locks him up into the wall. That's going to give Mertez his spot back there in second. Bill English there in third. Herberton still in front as this race is heating up somehow on lap 71 of 150 in the top three. Ryan Douglas trying to find Chris Isaacs. As Bill English does have the advantage. He has the newest tires of the bunch. Came in lap 60. Everybody else came in at lap 49. Andrew McCusker says, rooting for Zach Mertez and Ecker from Williamsport, PA. There you go. Mertez and Ecker now currently running second and fourth. I do know these guys here at the Monster Energy NASCAR Racing League, the MENRL, if you will, came from NASCAR Heat. So they started, got together, everybody met in a league over there in NASCAR Heat and said, you know what, let's pull the trigger on some sim equipment, let's get in this thing and make it happen to work together and see what we can do in iRacing. So they have came over. You know, I've talked to Mr. Ecker and everybody else, and it was quite the approach, quite the difference to come in and see how iRacing and the simulation was a little bit different than NASCAR Heat. In fact, after a win, I believe it was possibly Ecker, not 100% sure, but somebody came in and said, you know what, it's a totally different ball game because I can't just throw it into the wall and ride around and come down for a quick pit anymore. I've got to be very careful with the car. And that's what these drivers are learning right now here at Martinsville. You got to be careful with the car, but more importantly, you got to be careful on those tires. Take a look at Dylan Herberton here, currently in first position. Mertez, the other shout out. We'll see what these guys got going on. What do they got going on in their cars? Any cool helmets or anything? We're about halfway through here. Chris Isaacs with the patriotic helmet like that. Jeremy Robbins there. Ryan Douglas, and then some drivers out here. Excuse me. So all the drivers right now kind of found their rhythm, running 20-second laps. Mertez has found his way to the back of Herbertson, kind of running a little bit faster lap times right now. Go ahead and show our battle box. As you can see here, it does actually pick up those drivers in front. We'll go ahead and fix that. So here, take a look at these. Battle for first. Herbertson, he's about 0.4 second gap on Mertez. English not too far back there. But let's see our battle box. There. Can't. It's okay, but we do see those lap times a little bit different there. The battle for first, of course. Mertez is up one position overall. As we do go over the points, and of course these are a little bit different than actual points. There was a stage win that was not put up last time, so let me take a look at that. But unofficially, but more than official, but slightly unofficially, Dylan Herbertson is in the first place position with 181 points, as well as Richard Mendonça. They're in second. He's not able to make it today. Ryan Douglas is third in points with 161. He's got a win under his belt, 3 top 5s and 4 top 10s. Matthew Johnson, not in here, but he is in fourth. Third, Steve Waldrop, not in here, but the 6th is Bill English. Got 142 points, so this race definitely going to put him over some of those guys that aren't here. Mason Thompson was unable to stay. Curtis Ecker is in 8th position. This could be a good race for him now. 8th in points, 4th overall. Jeremy Robbins could be picked for the 21 machine. He is in 10th. And later on, let's see, Zachary Mertez is really gonna enjoy this one. He came in here. He's got 1 win in the series for the 1 race that he'd been in. So this race is huge on points. Zach, that's important to I know a lot of things happen. Life happens here, but make your races, because these points, especially on these short fields, if you just show up and wreck out, we're looking at a top 10 right now. So if everybody shows up, makes the races a little bit more, we end up getting a little bit farther. Life happens, though. I've definitely been one of those. I was unable to make it. But so far, so good here. Lap 91 of 150. Guys, be sure to hit that like button. What's up? To get these hooks from some more, as Chris Isaacs entered and left. I'm not sure what was going on with that. Battle for position, Isaacs and Douglas for 6th position. They do have the leaders coming up behind them. Herbertson So there's another battle for position. Ryan over to Jeremy Robbins. Sorry, I had to step away there for a moment. As Herberton has the 3 of Chris Isaacs, he's now got to work by. So these lap cars are going to start becoming a factor. They have no obligation to move out of the way for the leaders. In fact, they want to keep their position as well as possible. So if the leaders are fast enough, they will get by them, folks. Don't hurt for the leaders. But it does make the racing a little bit more exciting as Mertez and Herberton here. 1 and 2. Not too much farther back, Robbins and Douglas leaning on each other a little bit. Now Herberton is about a third of a lap away from catching Ecker. That's the next lap car. With only 50 laps left to go here. Speed still in the 20. I've been told they can make it on fuel, but I've not been able to independently verify that. Not been fact checked, folks. Mertez hanging on though. He's not letting Dylan out of his sight. Kind of treating this like a road course, and what I mean by that is at a road course, since passing is so hard to do at a road course. Okay, Jeremy Robbins just went around. You gotta wait for somebody else to make a mistake. That's what I was gonna say. Unfortunate there. Luckily, he's going to be able to come back from it. Only going to be put at the end of the line, but it hasn't been a factor for some of these drivers, such as Dylan Herberton and Zachary Mertez. They haven't had to worry about it. This pit lane camera is absolutely terrible. Do apologize for that. Not sure what was going on there. Herberton beats Zachary off the line. Oh, as the 0-2 misses the pit box. I think the 5-2 is too far right. Ooh, that would be a penalty IRL.
Drivers.
All right, folks, we are back after that caution. Showed you every possible angle of it. Was Chris Isaacs definitely got the worst out of that. Very unfortunate for him. Literally nothing he could have done there. Just not holding the brakes after caution. Does happen. You know, you don't know anyone's back there, somebody hanging back, but it is what it is, folks, ladies and gentlemen. And if you are watching, shout us out. Let us know who you're watching. Even if you said it before, I don't know. Some of your favorite shirt color. Hamburgers versus hot dogs. There we go, folks. Tell me hamburgers versus hot dogs in the chat. While we do that, I'm going to go ahead and play our upcoming shows. This is every week here at Sim Racing Media. We are the busiest broadcasters in the business. On Mondays, we have cleanracing.net, as well as, I believe, a new show coming in. All-American Racing League is tonight, 8 p.m. They should be finishing up here. MENRL, 9 p.m. That's where you're watching right now. You can also head over to the Rick Motec Cup Series. Really good story over there. And then WSRL at 9 p.m., 10 p.m. Eastern. Tomorrow, Thunderclap is going to be here 8:30 and Ghost Xfinity at 8:30 as well. So a little doubleheader there. On the restart, Zach Mertz is going to get ahead here. Chris Ecker in second, Dylan Herberton there in third. Dylan going to work his nose in to a second place position. Bill English back there. Unfortunately, Isaacs is out of this thing. Looks like he has a bunch of requireds he's going to have to take. So it's a battle up front with 35 laps left in this mug. Artez finally out front, leading around the 36 of Herberton. Ecker trying to get there. Hopefully does not have another incident like we saw. But with these guys racing up front, there's no telling. As Ryan Douglas and Jeremy Rollins both a lap down, they're going to be racing for the Lucky Dog. Back to our upcoming schedule here. Of course, Thunderclap and Ghost Xfinity. Ghost is going to be back with us tomorrow. On Thursdays, we have the Savinska iRacing Lagen. You heard that right, folks. I probably didn't say it right. That is the Swedish iRacing League, 2 p.m. Yule be at 7:30 p.m. to Thursday. Sim Racer's Edge, they're at 8:30. Followed by, on the Friday, IES Super Speedway. That is the Circle B Diecast Series, folks. Super Speedway racing action every week. Rotate tracks and cars. There goes Dylan Herberton around. Caution is going to come out, I bet. Yep, there it is. 117. Dylan tries to get spun back around. That Ford Mustang having some issues. And then our Wild Show Saturday. Let's go ahead and make sure we get Friday in there. Oh, and Monsters of Speed Racing League. On Saturdays, we like to do some wild stuff, some wild, wacky racing. Sometimes we give out some sometimes we do some cool, fun stuff. Sometimes we just hang out as a group. Come join us 9 p.m. on Saturday. ISNF is at 5 p.m. on Sunday. And then we have Sunday Night NASCAR at 8:30 p.m., 6 p.m. Check us out. Let us know what you're most excited about. Me, myself, I always love that Sunday Night NASCAR. You can hear my beautiful voice there. Sundays, 7:30 Central. Now, focusing on this race, Zachary Mertz electing not to come down pit road. Ryan Douglas gets the lucky dogs. Bill English there in third. Dylan Herberton in second right now. We'll see here. Curtis Ecker, Ryan Douglas, Jeremy Robbins. So Zach deciding to stay out and play spoiler. 30 laps to go. He's got some old tires, but we haven't really seen tires have an effect as much as you'd think it would. Reading some kind of glitch at Martinsville where some folks were showing that they had 0 but or they were getting the black flag, but unable to see it in their menu. They're still putting down fast times, so not sure what's going on here at Martinsville. Shenanigans. As the Ford Mustang pace car should be turning off its lights here. We're going to line them up. Let's see. Nope, lights are going to stay on the pace car. There we go, got the one to go. Barry the flag man holding that thing up in the air. I don't know who I want to shout out for my cameras, but I did find them on the iRacing forums. Free cameras you can find there, but I do appreciate the heck out of them. As we have the drone shot, we got our drone circling around here. Zachary A. Mertez. Irviton, not too far back. There we go. Green flag is out. Mertez gets it rolling. Hervitez not too far behind as the drone operator putting in work. Bill English, this is the first time we've really talked about him up here. He is in third, really close. Curtis Eckert trying to dive it in there. And then the lap car of the 3 and the 21 mixed up in this, trying to battle for Lucky Dog spot. In fact, it actually, they're not. It's going to be Jeremy Robbins. He's just got to wait for a caution here. 25 laps to go, ladies and gentlemen. Mertez and Herbertson battling with English and Ecker. As Ecker is working on the 3 car, 21 Jeremy Robbins gets up into the wall. As Ecker is going to make it by the lap car of the 3 machine. Herbertson's just got to try and get up there, but he got into the wall last time around. He's going to need more consistency than that. But as I was saying a long time ago, I kind of forgot to finish there. What Ecker and, what Herbertson needs to do here, don't push the issue. 25 laps to go. It's not a ton of time. You got about 10 minutes left in this thing to make your move. But what you want to do right now, just apply pressure. Apply pressure to the O2. Make him make mistakes. Let him see you in his rearview mirror. Make him think about you more than he's thinking about driving that car. And the way you do that is not by overdriving your car. What you do is you hang out in the back, you put down your marks, and you be consistently fast. Best case scenario, the O2 makes a mistake. Get around him, you get the win. Worst case scenario, you're back there, you're hanging out, you're putting your laps times down, and then you've got to make a move for him in the last 5 laps. And here at Martinsville, what that means is you're going to get that bumper right up to their rear bumper, give it a little push, and move him out of the way. And he is not going to be able to do a darn thing about it because this is a very tight track with no banking. So once you get that bumper up there, you don't have to wreck him. You just have to make him go 2 or 3 miles an hour faster than he wants to go. And guess what? He's going up the track. You're walking your way to a win. That's what we are going to see here with Mertez and Herbertson. As long as he can do that. Keep hitting your marks, Herbertson. And if you're Zach Mertez, hey, you do the same thing. We're not going to stick on, we don't want Dylan to win here. We're impartial. Be consistent. Don't worry about Herbertson behind you. Run your marks, get down, run your line. If he's going to get down and move you, he'll move you. There's nothing really you can do about that. So get down there. Don't even think about it. Don't be anticipating it. Just anticipate you running your race and kind of doing as much as you can to keep that car smooth and consistent because you are the only car that did not come down pit road for tires on lap 118. So that's what he has got to be thinking about. Going away from the race up front, Bill English is in 3rd position. He is 2.5 seconds back. Not really a factor in this thing. Curtis Ecker as well. 2 seconds back from Bill English. Ryan Douglas in the 11 machine. He is the last car on the lead lap. And Jeremy Robbins is looking for the lucky dog. Chris Isaac's not too far back there as well. But this is the race we're going to watch because, folks, this is the only race on the track. Mertz, Herbertson, 1 and 2. 18 laps to go. They're ticking down. We see those brakes blowing on these machines. Brakes glowing. They've got to figure it out how they're going to baby these brakes around. That is a good shot there. See those back brakes. This is what it's interesting about these. The back brakes really glowing on these machines. That's not something you usually see in the rear of the car because that front is what takes the brunt of the braking force. But it looks like Mertz and Herbertson followed my advice. They are just going to sit out here and kind of let these laps run down, work on each other, lean on each other as we go on board of Mertz. Just be careful. Just be careful. Do what you do, and keep Herbertson behind you. And then again, Herbertson, what you've got to do, you know it. Just keep applying that pressure. Apply that pressure to the O2 machine, especially now as we're coming up on lap traffic. Let him make the mistake. Hopefully, if you're right, you play this thing right, you can get out ahead. So there is the lap car of the 21. Both of them able to catch him on the backstretch there. Possibly Herbertson getting a little bit worse off of the deal as he did not get able to arc in there, but not seeming to matter for Herbertson. He's still in the back, still trying to put some pressure. They're on the O2 machine. Last chance to call out who you got. His tires are going to start wearing here, and it's very interesting that Mertz was able to keep an eye on this thing and keep Herbertson behind him because the pits is definitely different. There it is. There's the bump into the O2. Overdid it a little bit. Got a little too excited with that, and that actually turned him around. That's what you gotta watch out for. Don't make a mistake when going for that bump draft. As he's back up there, so again, rolling 4 here, Bill English, not too far behind there in the 3 machine. Curtis Ecker, he's about 8 seconds back from this thing. Ryan Douglas about 5 seconds back from Ecker. Robbins, a lap down. Chris Isaacs, multiple laps down. But I'm glad he was able to get that thing rolling again. With 7 laps to go, we are in the top, in the last final stretch here. Herbertson still trying to work on the leader of Zach Mertz. He's raced 2 races here. He's won 2 races here. Let's see if he can do it again. As we go to our stationary cams, get a different view of this thing. See when Herbertson's going to try and make his move. Get to the rear bumper. So close. Throw a blanket over these drivers fighting for the lead. With 5 laps to go, they bump. Coming into the lap car, Herbertson goes around. Caution is going to be out. I don't think Herbertson's going to lose his position. I'm not sure what's going on. If he's stuck there or what. Oh no, Herbertson high centered. Oh no. He's got a buddy. If he's made friends, it's time to go up and give him a bump. And Herberton unable to get off the wall there. Very unfortunate for Herberton. He is out of this thing. That opens the door for Ryan Douglas. And Curtis Ecker is going to come down and get some tires, ladies and gentlemen. Interesting move. I don't hate it. He's going to come out in 4th. But we're going to head to NASCAR overtime. I believe we have 2 attempts at a green-white checkered. Three green-white checkers. So when we get going here, what this is going to show, green, white, checkered, that is NASCAR overtime. They're going to get the green flag. That's going to be the first flag that's going to drop, signifying the start of this last little bit. Then they're going to get either the white flag or the yellow flag. Of course, at the yellow flag, there has been a caution. Somebody's in danger. We got to stop this race. But if that white flag happens to come out, signifying 1 lap to go, these racers will race their little hearts out until they get to either the checkered flag or the yellow flag. So checkers or wreckers here for the green, white, checkered. 3 attempts. Once they get that white flag, though, the next flag is going to end it. That's what I meant there. So as long as they get to that white flag, this race is going to end here pretty shortly. Otherwise, what's going to happen is they're going to re-rack them, restack them, get everybody out of their cars that is injured, and get back in there and run them back again. Here at Martinsville, it's not usual to see the yellow after the event has been in the green, white, checkered, but we shall see here. Zachary Mertez in first position, Bill English in second, Ryan Douglas going to be in the bird's eye seat here in third. He's going to be on the inside line on this restart. Huge advantage over Bill English. Let's see how it's going to pan out here. Zachary A. Mertez has the button once they hit that Geico restart zone, and here we go. Green flag is out. Mertez, Bill English tries to work it around. Bad start by Ryan Douglas on the inside. That's going to hold back Curtis Ecker, who is a lap down, folks. But it looks like Zachary Mertez has it. Bill English, he falls back. The 11 of Ryan Douglas is going to try and make a pass for position here. That's the only race going on right now. So white flag is in the air. Next flag is going to change the game as Zachary Mertez has raced 2 races. He has won 2 races as we come into the final turn. Here's 3 and 4. Out comes Mertez. No issues as Bill English gives it his all, trying to get there, unable to make it happen, but a good fight nonetheless. Ryan Douglas comes in third. Everybody else finished with their race. Zachary Mertez is going to head to the line and get a burnout down. We'll talk to him very shortly. As a good burnout for Mertez there. Let's go ahead and grab him, bring him into this booth. Zach Mertez, congratulations on the race win. Hopefully I didn't say your name wrong that whole time.
As long as you were saying it Murtis, then you're absolutely fine.
Well, I think I put a Z in there. I called it Mertez. So I was
It's not
calling
a
it
big
wrong.
deal.
That's okay. I called your name enough, though. You had a fantastic race. Ended up winning here. Had to go from the back to the front a couple times. And then just an interesting pit strategy. Tell me about all that.
Well, basically how I saw it going is, I mean, I got one lap of practice, which was my qualifying lap. I jumped over here from another broadcast over on Pit Stop TV. If anybody wants to go check that out, we were doing the Rookie Legend series. But yeah, I just needed to figure out what my brakes were doing and how I was going to be able to handle it. And it was definitely interesting. I had to back up the corners quite a bit, had to be able to manage how I was going in on entry, had to take a bit of a different arc and be able to save tires best I could. But yeah, I mean, as soon as I got it down, I was clocking off qualifying lap after qualifying lap after qualifying lap, really. And, you know, we made it work. We were able to get it done. Shout out to 4 Mile Productions and Andy McCuster and Andrew Tenold, who was not able to be here tonight. And I was going to fill in for him, but I thought, you know what, let me whip out the O2 tonight, see if I can actually get it done 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah, definitely 2 races with this league, 2 wins. That's got to feel good. Give you a little bit of a head of steam, especially with the car count heading into the playoffs. Are we going to see you full time from here on out?
I mean, you never know. I do have a little bit of a busy schedule. I'm running Legend cars, and you know, I do a bit of broadcast work with a couple of other providers on the iRacing service. So my time does get taken up quite a bit. But you know, whenever if I'm free and I'm able to make it, then you can bet on it that I'll be here, be running with them, and trying to see if maybe I might be able to make the playoffs.
Definitely. Well, you've got a good case for it so far. But again, Zach, congratulations on the win. Who gets it done for you?
I do want to thank 4 Mile Productions absolutely for being on the car right now and helping me out with everything I can do in the Legends car right now. We got a lot of big things in the works, and you know I can't wait to make everything happen so far. And I also got to thank Butler Built Seats, Burning Rubber Radio, the Mohawk Foundation, all the great people that get behind me when it comes to the sim racing and the real life racing. And for all those out there watching tonight on the broadcast, my name is Zach Mertis. I drive the 02 for Stillwell Racing out in Concord, North Carolina, and we will be running Wake County this Friday, actually, over in Raleigh, North Carolina. But if you ever want to get on the car, you ever want to put your business out there on a Legend car, get out there in real life short track racing, don't be afraid to hit me up, Mertis Racing on Twitter, Zachary Mertis _racing on Instagram, and Mertis Racing on Facebook if you ever want to get your name out there on a race car.
Definitely. Well, a lot of information there for Zach. Definitely support those local tracks because it can go places. It's absolutely wild. But Zach, good luck this Friday, and hopefully we'll talk to you next week.
Hopefully, see you next week, hopefully.
So that was Zach. Then we have Bill English, came in 2nd place. Bill, congratulations on 2nd place finish. Possibly. Well, we lost Bill. There he is. Hey, Bill, do I got you? Appear to be muted right now. We'll get back to Bill later. Well, we do have Ryan Douglas. We pull in our 3rd place finisher, Ryan Douglas. Ryan, congratulations on the 3rd place finish. I know it was a wild one. Were you expecting that?
No, not at all. I was just trying to fight for whatever position I could get, you know, towards the end of the race. I was struggling most of the evening. I just couldn't get my car to turn like I wanted it to, and it just felt like you know, towards the middle to end it kind of came back, but at the end, you know, that green white checkered, it just got a little tight on me, and I just kind of went along for the ride to the end just to finish 3rd. I needed the points. I needed to stay up there. And right now, being 3rd in points, you just got to, you know, fight for whatever finish you can get right now.
Definitely a good points nights for everybody involved. But Ryan, who do you want to shout out? Who helps you get to these races and finish on the podium?
Right now, it's just the team down at SBRN, Jeremy Robbins, Chris Isaacs, Richard Hurst, who didn't make it tonight. You know, they welcomed me onto their team. They've been a big help. You know, it's just nice to have a group of guys to race with and keep on pushing. It sucks that they weren't able to get as good of finishes as they wanted, but they definitely have helped me a lot since I started racing in this league. So
Definitely always good to get a good group of guys behind you. Well, we appreciate you, Ryan, and again, congratulations on the third place finish. Hopefully, we'll talk to you next week, sir.
I hope so. You guys have a good night. Thanks for broadcasting.
You as well. All right, I think we got Bill. Bill, man, finished a good second place. Do I got you?
I'm here now. Can you hear me?
I can, Bill. With a great second place finish here. I know we call your name a lot, but on the podium, how'd it feel?
After last week, it's nice. I let a third place get away from me last week, and I'm glad to be back up there and enjoyed Martinsville. That was the first time I've ever run there and had a decent run in probably 15 years.
Yeah, it's one of those that was hard to tame. What was the key for you getting control of that 52 and bringing it to a second place finish when so many others couldn't?
The trick I had was getting into the corner not too hot and saving the tires. A lot of people were burning up their tires, as you know, and it was mostly tire conservation and a lot of luck.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I know, Bill, again, man, congratulations. Good points night in the playoffs. Who gets it done for you? Who you want to shout out?
I'd have to thank Curtis Ecker for all his hard work and all the guys that show up every week. I appreciate it and enjoy racing with you, and I look forward to next week.
Definitely. All right, Bill. Well, we appreciate you. Again, congratulations. Hopefully, we can talk to you then.
Take care.
All right, folks. It could be one of our quickest endings of the night here at Darlington. It is a blast, and I'm glad to have gotten you here. So we will go through the final results. Of course, in first position, Zachary Mertz. And then we had Bill English, Ryan Douglas in third, Curtis Ecker in fourth, Jeremy Robbins in fifth, Dylan Herviton finishes sixth, seventh, Chris Isaacs, eighth, Zachary Margison, and ninth, Mason Thompson. They were our admin control, so we appreciate them, and then probably a start and park there. But folks, again, as always, my name is James Ross. Thanks for catching us here on Sim Racing Media. Catch us on Facebook, YouTube, and our website, simracingmedia.com. As always, we'll talk to you next week.